OK。じゃあ今日も、ホライゾンフォービドンウエストやっていこうかと思いますね。まずは、ここですね。いきます。
We've never played Machine Strike together.
Oh no. I got enough trouble with Vitalo, always kicking my ass.
Who says I'm any good at it?
The way my luck's going, I'll bet you're a pro.
Think you can manage things here while I go help Akaro?
Stopping Regala's war. It'll help us take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yes.
Then I'll make sure the rest of us are ready upon your return.
Okay.
ヘカーロって誰やったっけ？
How's Aaron doing?
For a moment there, he thought he'd lost both you and Varl. But he never truly succumbed to despair. Guess that Oseram's stubbornness comes in handy sometimes.
We'll be facing Spectre drones soon. Aaron and Katalo have fought them before, so...
Already asked them to run us through some combat drills. Aaron moves like an oaf, but he's good with that hammer.
I know we both want to make the Zeniths pay for what they've done, but once we infiltrate their base, our priority will be to get Gaia and Beta out of there.
Don't worry. I won't go seeking revenge like some blood-crazed Tanakh. Wherever your arrow strikes, mine will follow.
Let's hope we hit our targets. I need to get going.
Whatever you plan on doing against Regala, you better return to us in one piece.
I'll try.
これに乗って空から攻めるってことか。ホルスに乗っていくわけじゃないんやね。
Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
よし。
ワンワーゴクもホライゾンナウですしょう。
お、ナイスー。いや、頑張りましょう。ホライゾン楽しいっすよね。
Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain.
あ、これ頂上行かなあかんのか。
Good. There's some wings up here. We'll have to approach them quietly.
前作のいろいろカンストした状態の感覚でやってたらめっちゃ死にましたしょう。
めっちゃ死にますよこれ。結構ね、ファって死ぬ時あるんだよね。ファって感じで。絶対怖いやろこれ。あ、操作できるんや。アフターバーナー系のあれやな、操作の仕方やな。
Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them.
数の暴力が結構えぐいっすよね。わら、
そうっすね。
出てくるわら。
ああ。
There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
まあ、群れ相手にするときはもう自分がとにかく端っこにいないとダメですよね。後ろに敵がいない場所にね、釣りかないといけないですよね、やっぱりね。
There's a tall neck. Need to get on top of its head. Now, how to land this thing? Made it. Just gotta override it.
Kaっこいいですね。
かっこいいですね。
I've overridden the tall neck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to get used to that.
アークではイバンも乗ってるので乗りたいです。わら。
そうっすね。ホライゾンはね、飛ぶっていう要素は初めてですよね。
こんばんは、お久しぶりです。
こんばんは、いらっしゃいませ。FF でいうとこの飛空艇みたいなもんですね。
たくさんお久しぶりです。最近カレーうどんにハマっております。わら。
ホルス。
Got the cell. Now onto the grove. Pulse from a Tolmec should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
2月、3月と興味あるゲーム多いけど自分はまずすぎてどれもクリア難しそうです。わら。
なるほど。
It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
EMP きたー。
End of the line, Hikaru. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
手つけろよ、手を。
They're down. The machines, all of them, they're down.
あ、ネタバレっぽいんで寝ますしょう。
了解っす。ゆっくり休んでくださいね。
Enough bloodshed. Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're on top of a machine.
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
Change of plans.
勝った。
This fight is just beginning.
何やその打ち方はよ。
We can fly. You're not hunting her now. I am the lightning and the fury. You cannot stop me. Don't give up the pain. Use it.
皆さん、こんばんは、ニコニコ。
こんばんはいらっしゃいませ。強敵やで。
So that's how it's gonna be.
That is left of your story.
ショコラさん、こんばんはです。
This is where it ends.
Yeah, it is.
Tatiana, live on as a memory. Oh.
赤いら3838さん、こんばんは、ニコニコ。
Is this all you are? If you offered your blood, I...
ドハ。 おっは。
Your body weak. You should. Here, death greets you.
見えてんだよ動きがよ。逃げると見せかけての近接。
This is the girl that cried.
長弓
On my knees before bullets and cowards. Go ahead. Run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die.
Eh, どっちしようかな。思いやりはいらんよな。理屈よね。
You led a rebellion that tore a tribe apart. All for bloodlust and revenge. Maybe the only thing you deserve is to die right here. Or maybe that fury can be directed at the real enemy.
You want to ally with her? How can you even trust her?
Despite all that she's done, she's never been one to break her word.
Will she give it?
I won't beg for my life. Decide.
真の敵との戦い。
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
まあ、小太郎はね、ちょっと気に入らんやろうけど。腕つけてへんのが悪いわ、小太郎も。腕つけな。戦うときはつける言うてて。
He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
フォーカスやん。サイレンスからのメッセージかな。
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved your tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Thank you.
いい笑顔。
Do you have
any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tanakh for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tanakh army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Eloy. Have you learned enough about the enemy you were up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I ever do that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
草履でそこまでやれるかそんなに。
Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board. So head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
Skill point gets. あれやったかな、カリブやったかな、隠密やったかな、重火器プラスと、あ、もう取ってるな。ステルス切断。じゃあもう取るもんないな。どうしようかな。取るもんないっつうか、興味あるものはもうないな。パッシブ系はもう全部取ったんかな、これ。ああ、まあこれ発煙も使わへんしな。発煙と使わへんしな。うん、パッシブは全部取ったな。またあと遊戯と、なんや、こういうね、まあ、スキルっていうんかな。っていうのはあんねんけど。まあ、とりあえず一つ作っていくか。200%、もうこっちの方が強そうやねんけどな。どうなんやろ。これか、これか、これかよね。
Not as quick as I'd like.
Well, if you're ever in need of a sparring partner,
Maybe I'll take you up on that.
Send it straight, Cabo. Aloy's here.
カボ元気してるやん。
So, Aloy, you've added yet another deed to your name, and I'm guessing by the look in your eyes that you're not done yet.
Not quite.
Is there anything we can do? We owe you that much.
After everything you've been through, you're one of the best people to support Hikaru's bid for peace. Not just between the clans, but with the Karja too.
And I will. You have my word.
And until my last breath, I'll make sure the tribe remembers all that you've done for us.
Never felt you alive.
Sounds like a Mark Willard.
Carl keeps his head. I wasn't asking you to. An honor, Aloy.
There are no legends. Here walks an ally.
他にもクエスト系はないかね。なんか大いなる野望ってね、これ。ああ、なるほどね。あれか。今の時点では、できんかったやつが飛べるようになってできるようになった系のクエストか。乱暴やな。これができるようになったからにはもうあれやね、岩よじ登る必要なくなったよね。どこまで高く登れるのか知らんけど。まあトールネックとかも全部これでいけるやん。なんなら。
Should use shock ammo.
一応攻撃はできひんねんな。弓つがえたりとかはできひんのか。なるほど。
To milk the settlement. Might want to stop for supplies. Part is in there. It's gotta go.
歩けるやん。どこら入んねんや。こっからか。
I'm cooking my armor in this heat.
I don't need a chaplain telling me the battles.
The real battle is arguing with...
どうなんかな。これを見る限りちょっとそんなにいいあれは持ってないような気もするが。なるほどね。これどこや。このクリティカル率 15% っていうのがちょっと興味あるな。多分最強クラスのあれってコイルね、5つぐらいつけられてるんですよね。だから 15% ってことは、75% にできるんですよ、クリ率を。全部つけたら。それでどんくらい強なのかなっていうのはちょっと気になりますね。なるほど。これは、これもいいけどね。まあ、もちろん先やね、そのレジェンダリー系の武器が手に入ってへんからね。あと、あっこも、中の焚き火もちょっと、やっとこう。焚き火あるんだよ、ここに。焚き火の上に乗るっていうね。めっちゃ鳥飛んでるやん、あっこ。
Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks.
この拠点ももう割とあらゆるなんか要素がなんか集まってるよな。
Finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base.
サイレンスがこんなに切れてんの見るの気持ちいいな。
My spear in your throat for deceiving me again at the Hades proving lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
ゴーストバスターズみたいになってるやん。
Oh no, you first.
この拠点もだんだん人間関係が複雑になってきたな。ティルダの名前まだ覚えられへんねんな。覚えられへんっていうか、あだ名でしか覚えられへんからね、人の名前を。
That is a happy thought. Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tanakh something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Erend doesn't punch Silence in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
Aloy, do you have a moment? You flew? Kotalo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this. For for helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alpha. I'll put it to good use.
何をもらったか分からへんねこれ毎回思うねんけど。そういえば鎧ももらったけど見てなかったな。
You okay?
I was wondering, is it really safe having someone like Regala here? She seems angry. The kind of angry that leads to murdering people in their sleep.
Don't worry. We're going to point that anger in the right direction. The Zeniths.
If you say so.
タラーナどうしてんの？タラーナにも来てほしいねんな。
Our new guests have been behaving.
The Sirens. He's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. But I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But, in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged, and faded on stained parchment. I wish more Quen could see that, instead of looking the other way, or twisting the truth to serve their own schemes.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No, nor the rest of the Board of Overseers. As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for. And this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you, Aloy.
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
お、ちゃんと補給されてるやん。サンダージョンの尻尾、これ必要なあれじゃないの？鎧の強化かなんかに必要なやつじゃないのこれ。
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Might be a way to deal with it.
Yeah, beating the crap out of me makes you feel better. I'm all for it. Aloy, you came back with some interesting friends.
Wish I could say we don't need them, but Silence and Tilda are here for a reason. Even Regala.
Yeah. Enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Right.
もう一気に3人クセモンが来たから混乱してるやろ。
Is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katala tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I better get going.
Oh, you know where to find me.
なんかあるやん。
Rebel holdouts can't be allowed to continue their pointless fight.
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Look, I know you're probably not happy about keeping Regala around, but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not question your judgment.
Thank you, Katala. Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes, only more persistent.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping I would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky for us. To imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
I have to go. But I'll be briefing everyone on the plan soon.
Understood.
There's Gwen stuff in here now. Must be all this. This must be from the Scorcher that Katala and I took down. Not a bad way to test his arm. He's come a long way from the embassy.
こんなでかかったかな。片手で掴み上げてたけど。
It's all going to be okay.
I just know they meant a lot to you.
他のみんなどこにいんやろ。ティルダとか。あ、いたいたいた。
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tanakh army and that weapon. And to get the Tanakh to fight for you, you, or rather the sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tanakh to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades and the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hikaru.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hikaru was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with Akarja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war, against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tanakh. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shields.
Yes, well, it also led them to thieves.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search thieves. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
ですよね。
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, you just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
ティルだよね、次。ティルダどこにいんやろうな、ティルダは。あとレガーラね。言うとしたらこっちかな。
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. As for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you and your rebels. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy. What more is there to know?
Why did you do it?
Dorok, Jiroka, Makalo. Then the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to intercept them. But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example. And it was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones until the sky chokes on the dust. But my chief betrayed me. Betrayed the Tanakh.
How did Hikaru betray you?
Hikaru called on the clans to resist the Karja's red rays. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them. And they fled as children before a pack of claw striders all the way to their border. There we ripped down their stone walls. Their domain was ours for the taking. But when it came time to push on, Hikaru ordered us to fall back. What soldier retreats when slaughter is at hand?
The kind who wants peace for their people.
Peace is just a lull between vendettas. But I thought my chief had greater tactics in mind, so I stood by him, even when he allowed that filthy Karja to join our ranks.
Fashav.
I enjoyed watching him die at the embassy. He should have been put down when we first captured him on the field. Instead, Hikaru made him a marshal.
Fashav told me how he became a marshal. He earned it just like any Tanakh.
It was an insult. No outlander can ever deserve to wear armor, bear marks. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. I had to run my blade through Hikaru and drag his treacherous corpse to the gates of the sun.
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before Hikaru?
The quivering priests bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fortress we tore down. A true Tanakh would never take a Karja truce. Their blood exists to be spilled. But Hikaru lapped up the priest's message. He showed himself a Karja-loving traitor when he accepted. That's when I challenged him.
And lost.
His mercy was just another sign of his weakness. I vowed never to rest until the debt was repaid. With him on his knees before me. So with an army of soldiers and machines at my back, I returned. The day you got in my way.
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the Zenith base. How did Silence approach you?
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with Oseram mercenaries, the sons of Prometheus.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted a group of Outlanders?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed them. But they offered me the chance to run the Karja down with machines. The terror in your enemy's eyes when they see you charge. You know what I'm talking about. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal? Would you have honored it?
Had I killed Hikaru and become chief, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories, but because of you, my people continue to consort with the enemy. The tribe of weaklings.
Because of me, hundreds of Tanakh won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win. Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hikaru, failed to eliminate you. No Tanakh would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
All right. I guess we'll both face the end soon enough.
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your bones burned white beneath the sun. But if I'm to die in battle, then it might as well be with the one who flew the wings of the 10.
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
ティルダどこにいんやろな。どっかいるやろ、ティルダ。
Well, now I know where metal flowers come from. A last-ditch effort to stop the Pharaoh plague. Demeter must have started distributing them after it took refuge in the greenhouse.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Mrs. Fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less, and I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths, cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the Proving Lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Farzineth.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence.
Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Robena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
作業場どこや、作業場は。
So, you were tipped.
26、24。近接用のあれやね。行くか。
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
壁紙やな、まずは。
Okay. Data modules in. All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
2位で仲間と話せるのか。十分話した気がするんだけど。でも一応ミッションにあるから、やってまおう。
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already. Oh, earlier you mentioned something about Tanakh rebels and the Oseram, but we never really talked about it. I'm just saying, if you want to discuss it, you let me know.
Varro made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varro. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got around to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those specters. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. You know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed it, humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know. I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us. So, make sure you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come back home. Okay? Nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Olva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will fulfill his duty, as will I.
言うてことある強いからなこいつ。
At least it'll be alongside a friend.
Stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do. The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
Aloy. Something else?
もうないな。
I'll be going.
As you wish.
Come to rattle the cage.
ないのか。
I'll leave you be.
Then I will sharpen my blade again.
狂言やな。誰にも飼いならすことはできひん。
Welcome back, Aloy. Would you like to continue our chat?
ないんかよ。
I should be going.
びっくりマークついてる割には、
Final preparations.
あれやな。コタロ、ラストコタロ。
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Kotaro. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were to knock, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored. Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kolrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
ここか。遠いな。じゃあ、あれやな。焚き火使おう。てか出口。これ出口毎回迷うのよね。得意点。これちょっと解放しておきたいな。
Hot as an Othron forge, as Aaron would say.
なんかおんな。
Those Chinook soldiers are attacking the rebels. They could use some help. This'll be in my stash when I need it.
Hair as red as the blight. I knew my eyes weren't playing tricks on me. You're Aloy, Hikaru's champion. My name's Gatak, leader of Fox Squad for the Lowland clan. Sorry for our unannounced entrance.
Looks like you were well prepared.
Lowlanders know how to use the element of surprise to their advantage. So we get the job done. Are you here to take back Fenrise?
Fenrise?
A lowland village southwest of here. It's been taken over by rebels. I assume the chief sent you to reclaim it.
I'm sorry, I'm just passing through.
My squad's been cutting their supply lines where we can. But eventually, we'll have to attack the village directly. We could use a soldier like you.
If I'm in the area, I'll see what I can do.
May the Ten see to it. But before you go, I'm sure Chief Hikaru would hate it if his own clan didn't thank you for what you've done in the fight against Regala.
Thanks.
May our next meeting be in victory.
あ、遠いな。あ、そっか。あれかなのか。作業場あんな上にあんのか。
There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base. Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
武空術も使えるとかすごいな。
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from others. Shall we?
Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be specters guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Technically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy.
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
まあゴリラやねからね、ちょっと気づかれへんっていうのはね、なかなかむずいんだよね。あれか。
Company, follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Looks like it's strong against shock damage.
あれやねんな、フォーカスの投資能力が効かへんねんな。じゃあまずはちょっとその辺の罠をぶっ放して、ファイアー外していく。
Anytime you're ready. I'll follow you in.
あ、そっちに当たんのかよ。
It's here when you want. Live long, kill your enemies. And now's a good time to hit him with plasma. Take this and take him down. Yeah. I'll take this one. I think we got him.
I think you're right.
Find anything?
Yeah.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
We should move on. What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
Can we please leave the cave now?
無理やな。
Let's go, Aloy. It stinks in here. I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way. I'm not really built for climbing.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight, you choose.
やるに決まってるよな。スニーキングとかね。いや、3は使わん。サイレンついて。狙撃担当なんや。まあサイレンスがなんかする前にも終わったけど。
Come on, Aloy, let's go.
こっちの前、こっちは行けへんようになってんのよね、これ。
Tired yet?
Yep. Yeah! Clear those weeds.
With who?
How about just leave it here then? Here we go.
These Spectres are good sport!
We can take this one, Aloy. Keep moving.
Hit it while it's frozen. They're in trouble now.
あれやな、エレンドが弓矢投げてくれんな。
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead ones handy enough. Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of the whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
おるやろこれ。
specters. I'll attack when you...
Possibly right there.
Now that makes a nice target. Plasma. Get it with plasma. Hey, watch this. Idiot meets hammer.
Still in this fight. I think that's all of them.
And another one down.
Let's push on.
What do you get?
Just some parts.
なれ。系は。あともう一体いたよな。あれか。ちゃうな。もう取ったんかな。あれか。いや、これも取ったんやな。これか。いや、これも取ったやな。
Let's not wait around, okay?
あ、これか。
Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
I'll try not to complain.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
As fast as we can. You all right?
Sort of.
Looks like the others have things under control.
How many specters do the Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure. Come on, up this slab.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Alva and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to
スターシップトゥルーパーズやん。
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
time that we don't have.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
Now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. Get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or we'll find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The empowered database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one request.
What is it?
We had to do all this climbing.
That big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
届かんやん。
I grab it if you need it. And now's a good time to hit it with power.
All the specters are fighting our machines.
Ah, that'd have made it nice and easy.
Acid ammo will make this go quick.
ほんまか。まあ3も強いんだろうけど、やり方が違うのよねこっちは。 チキンすぎるやろこいつ、この個体。氷が溶けたらあれやろ、攻めてくるやろこれ。
Zoe and Baldy are fighting another spectre.
This way. I think they can handle it.
ゾウとハゲ頭が戦ってるで。
Big jump. To the right, I think.
To the left.
いやこれさっき来たな。こっちか。
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now. The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one?
By the blood of the king! Let's fly. We'll assist you, Aloy. Got your back, Aloy.
無双すぎるやろこれ。あだすあだすあだすあだだ。
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
ゾウどこにいてこっちを言うてんねん。あそこか。こっちは何もないの。何もないな。いけへんな。こっからか。
Come on, let's go!
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised. Go!
レガーラいいやつやった。
May Regala return peacefully to the city.
She cared nothing for peace.
At least she died on her own terms. That was her limit.
Oblivion. There's no such distinctions.
That's cold. You sure you're not a Zuni?
Aloy, it's been intense, but Katalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Star Trek 来た。
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Matilda's little pet.
Silence. Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless. You can't hurt us. Face it. You're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing. Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I feared to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, wait. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network! Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
決着をつける時が来たようやな。
We got some unfinished business, little girl.
こうぶっ刺せばいいのをこう投げたりして叩きつけたりする行為はよく余裕で倒せるときにそれをせんと壁に叩きつけるムーブはまあよくあることよね。ほら
I'm taking you down.
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
You're outclassed.
ガトツか。
Not much without your shield, are ya?
Come here, so I can watch you suffer.
「
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun.
相手アイアンマンみたい。
さあ、アイアンマン、スタートレック、なんか、未来系のなんかっぽいっすよね、これね。まあ、何千年もの間、宇宙を旅してきた民なんでね。まあ、最後のゾーイを倒すために言った言葉をそのまま返される皮肉が一番痛かったやろな。
どういう世界観なんですか？
これ一回人類が滅んで、その滅んだ後にまたね、人類がこう一からね、進化し直してこう部族ぐらいになった時代なんですけど、古代からまだね、こういう機械のね、マシーンとかが残ってて、まあ、それにこう怯えながら暮らす人々の、まあ、世界なんですけど、まあ、このエイロイっていう主人公がね、子供の頃にたまたま拾ったフォーカスっていうこういういろんなねものをこう見ることのできる、これを拾って、それを使ってね、いにしえのこういうなんか遺跡とかをね探索して、この世のなんでこう人類が滅んだのかみたいなね、そういうのをまあ解明しながらね、実は世界が危機に瀕しているというのが分かって、まあそれを助けに行くって感じ、それをねこう回避するために戦うって感じですね。
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only till.
詰まった。
You there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories. As if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Sarah can help me figure it out. She's okay.
これエレベーターも、ここからあれや呼べる。そうなんですよ、部族× SF みたいな。前作、これ第2作目で、前作はねもっとこう部族感で出たんですけど、2作目でそっからさらに未来のその未来滅んだと思われた人類がまだ生きてて、なんですかね、2つのプロジェクトがあって、1つはこう人類をねこう絶滅するけども、1回絶滅した後もう1回やり直せるねプログラムをなんかこうプロセスをね行って、その生物のねもう完全な絶滅を回避するプロジェクトと、もう1つが地球から出て他の惑星にねテラフォーミングして移り住むっていうプロジェクトがあるんですけど、その移り住んだ人たちがねこう戻ってきて、地球をね環境を作り変えて自分たちの環境にね作り変えるためにまあ この世をね滅ぼすみたいなことをするんですよね。しようとするんで、それを止めに行く感じですね。どうやって行くんやろこれ。無理よねこれ。あ、あれか。見えねえよ。わかんねえよこんなの。よく手の力だけでこんなんできるわ。手吹っ飛ぶやろこんなん。
ハイテク部族だな。
ハイテク部族っすよ。その古のね遺跡から取れるのまあ材料とか使って、こう弓とかもねちょっとどっちかっつうとなんつかね、弓とか槍もねその古のね技術がまだ残ってるんで、それを利用して使う感じなんですよね。なんかちょっとこうメカっぽい見た目なんだけど、まあ、使い方はそのこう部族の使い方みたいな。で材料はなんか昔のそういうのを使っているみたいな感じですね。頑張ってるね。穴開いとったんかい。
SF 技術が大パーツになってるのか。
そうなんですよ、大パーツになってるんですよ。
原生生物は生き物なの？
原生生物生き物ね。原生生物生き物ですね。イノシシとかキツネとかいろいろいますよ。
Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay, Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth.
また別の勢力がいるってことか。
Look, escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
ピカードどうしたん？ピカード。
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together, where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me.
白い服着てるのが生き残っていた人類。
そうっすね。
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Aloy, you can't win.
No! I've heard that before.
なんかすごいの来たで。
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
I better scan that thing first.
スキャンなんてしなくていいんだよな。やることは一つよ。
Give it a rest first. Like
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
こ見たスタミナ切れてるな。
Elemental ammo is making a dent in those gold plates.
機械人間を破壊。頑張ってください。ニコニコ。
頑張りますわ。おらおらおら瞬殺。燃えてるけど大丈夫か。
部族強い。
部族強いっすよ。この主人公ね、なんていうんですかね、主人公も未来の優秀な人のクローンなんでね、実は。大丈夫かこれ。入念にやっとかんでいいんか。生きてるかもしれんで。
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tanakh. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database. And begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge. One with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life. You'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the turn.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope he's really over this time.
終わってねえんだよな。全然終わってねえんだよな。
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle.
そうっすよ。
Solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
2周目をやられますか？
そうっすね、まだね、全然クエストができてないんでね。クエストを一通りやって、あとまあ装備もまだ全然中途半端なんで、一通り装備もいいのに揃えて、多分ね、強くてニューゲームもできると思うんですよね。前作強くてニューゲームあったんで、それもやりますね、多分。ノーマルなんでね。多分ウルトラハードとかもね、あると思うんでね。
実際物語はまだまだ続く感じ。
そうっすね。次回作はあるっすね、これは。
hands are full of flowers, my ears are full of songs, my heart is sad and numb. I'd rather just be born. I listen when you when you hear you'll be near me. Stay with me in the fun. In dreams I never left, I had courage like the beast. My eyes, they never fled. My arms would always reach. You harden with your words, maybe feel this armor too. My voice is not that strong when hurricanes come running from you. I am raindrops in the flood. I am emptiness. I am home. I am lonely in a crowd. But when you hear me, you'll be near me.
エンドロールもあるって。ゲームなのに本当に洋画ですよね。
ほんまっすね。多分ね、もうゲーム自体ね、映画よりもそのボリュームあるんで、映画ってこう1時間半かそこらやと思うんですけど、ゲームはほんま48時間とかそういう規模のプロジェクトなんで、やっぱり1本作るのも 3,4 年かかるんですよね。だから関わってる人の数もねすごい多いんですよね。
Should I have been reshaped your image? Is that what you want? I am raindrops in the flood. I am emptiness. I am home. I am lonely in a crowd. But when you hear you'll be near me. Stay with me in the flood. In the flood.
ホライゾンの世界にワイドが攻めてきたらどうなるんですかね。
どうなんすかね。いや、バイド勝つんじゃないですかね。あれ、まあ、バイドに限らず、横州の敵って大体なんかもうどうしようもない奴らじゃないですか。バクテリアンとか、バイドとか、シーマとか。
賄賂は無機物有機物問わず規制するんでしたっけ？
そうですね。あと精神にも干渉するんでね。割となんていうんですかね、こう次元超えていろいろやったりするんでね。なんかこう未来の人類が位相次元に捨てたやつが、捨てたバイドがこうね、過去の地球にこう出てきて攻めてきてるっていう、そういうあれやから、ファイナルでもルートによってはなんか電子世界の中でバイトと戦ったりするんで、結構割とそのなんつか、いわゆる現実世界みたいなのとかね、時間軸とかなんかそういうのも割と関係なく侵食しよるんですよね、バイトって。グラディウスのバクテリアンもね、倒してもその破片が散らばって、
未来人何しとんねん。
それ未来人何しとんねんって感じですよ。なんかもともとはね、なんかなんていうんですかね、遠いところに明らかに敵意を持つ敵のね、生物を発見して、それに対抗するためにバイド作ったんやけど、そのバイド兵器が暴走して未来の人類が手につけられんくなって、で位相次元になんか捨てたんですよ、それを。そしたらその位相次元をこうさまよって、こう究極進化した進化しまくったバイドが出てきたのが過去の地球っていう。まあ過去の人類からしたら迷惑極まりないんですよね。
結局明らかに敵意を持った何かって何なんですか？
いや、何なんですかね。設定であるだけで多分ね、そこまで掘り下げてないと思いますね。
今まで見てきた中で一番ヤバいシューティングの敵は超兄貴。
マジっすか。なんか股間攻撃されたら一撃で倒されてなかったでしたっけ？究極何やったっけな、無敵宇宙最強男かなんかでしたっけ？
股間が文字通り弱点。
そうですよね。なんか時期がなんか最初それ使って無双するっていうめちゃくちゃなゲームでしたね。
究極無敵銀が最強男。
そうそう、究極無敵銀が最強男。やっぱね、なんだかんだ横州のね、敵本とも手につけよんないやつ多いっすわ。メタルブラックもなんかようわからんしな、敵。
大東のシューティングは大体地球が危ない。
うん、そうっすね。なんかエンディング大抵母性破壊爆発しますよね。レイストームといい、ダライアスといい、メタルブラックといい、大体星がもう爆発しないと気が済まないですよ。
終わった。
終わりましたね。ウルトラハードとかはないんかな。こう強くてニューゲームとかないね。そしたら設定でノーマルをハードにしてみるか。ノーマルでクリアできたんでね。メインクエストどうなってんや。あ、もうないんや。前作はね、クリア一歩手前に戻されて、それでまあ、一応、他のね、クエストとか全部できるようになって、で、クリアもね、やろうまたできてたんですけど、もうクリアもできんくなるってことか。スキルどうしようかな。他になんかあるかな。パッシブ系はもうほぼ取り尽くしたんで。まあ、あとはちょっとね、また、クエストなどもね、いろいろね、逆賊の、全焼基地とかね、野営地とかいろいろあるんで、まあ、この辺もね、ちょっとやりつつね、こういうのもあるし、回収契約なんてのもあんのか。まあ、いろいろあるんでね、ちょっとこれもね、またやっていこうかなと思いますね。じゃあ今日はこの辺で配信の方もね、終わるかなと思いますね。また、明日もね、やっていこうかなと思いますので、よろしければまた見に来ていただけると嬉しいです。では、お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。ありがとうございます。では、失礼いたします。
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。
絵文字メス、ゆっくり休んで。
そうですね。ゆっくり休みます。まあ明日言うて明日9時起きで仕事なんですけど、ね、寝ないといけない。でも寝れないんですけどね。今日起きたんが4時ぐらいなんで、まだ多分仕事始まるぐらいに眠くなるんちゃうかな。まあ、頑張って寝ますわ。では、お疲れ様でした。失礼いたします。